Hello and welcome to The Beautiful Game. My name is Mike Mesikeno. Hafiz Ogubanjo is here with me.
Yep.
Let's cook, yeah?
Yep.
Let's cook. It's PSL, and of course it was match day 12.
Yes.
Match day 12 just concluded in the PSL. So we're going to take an overview, kind of a wrap of all the action that went down in match day 12 of the PSL. Okay, so when we start, let's start off, of course, Durban City won, Maramo Gallant nil. That was at Chatworth Stadium in Chatworth. Golden Arrows won, Orlando Pirates 3.
Exactly.
The
match of concern.
The match of concern, yeah. Okay.
Let me say back to winning ways for Pirates after that big game up against the Mamelodi Sundowns that ended in a 1-1 draw. And we saw 2 goals from Mbusuma and from Ndaba as well. And also, I want to shout out a Pirates player who was injured. I feel like if he had played in that game up against the Sundowns, they will have made a difference. And I was talking about Mofokeng. Mofokeng, he came in also in this game and they made an assist. And I'm sure Pirates and Pirates fans, they are so happy to have him back. And for evidence, Magokba, I mean, we've seen over the years, we've seen good strikers play for Sundowns, likes of Nomvete played, Benny McCarthy, I think when he came back also played as well. We saw likes of Majuro too. I don't think this Magokba is that sort of striker. Maybe they're happy with him because it just gives that pressure up front. But when you need those decisive goals, even against Sundowns, he wasn't able to do that. And in this game too, his replacement on Busuma came in and scored 2 goals. So I think it's time that Abdeslam Ouadou moves on from Magokba. I don't know what the Pirates fans feel about this, but of course in the comment section they will tell me. So I think it's time for good one generally for Pirates. It's good to see them back and going into the international break. The players play for Bafana, including Mofokeng, will gather again. So good one for Pirates. All
right, still on Pirates, of course, you mentioned Abdeslam Ouadou, who, by the way, is the PSL Coach of the Month.
Of course.
So kudos to him.
And of course, they were up against the Golden Arrows. Yes, the Golden Arrows with the Player of the Month. That's about Sianda Ndlovu, who unfortunately missed this game. He also scored the goal of the month. That's talking about Ndlovu. Fantastic goal, dribbled his way through, and he got the goal there. But yes, like I said earlier, good one for the Pirates.
But now the question I want to ask is this. Dancing gave a wonderful performance. We saw that against Mamelodi Sundowns.
When he made the fans dance.
Yes, dancing made Orlando Pirates fans to go at dancing. But now the question is this. When a player has such a good performance, even if it's off the bench, shouldn't he be made to play the next match? Because I'm just thinking of a look. He's a young kid. I'm thinking about the building confidence. Building that. It's more like goodwill. Look, I had a great performance. Shouldn't my performance be rewarded with, even if it's not a start? I'm not saying he should start. Of course, he's not going to start. Shouldn't he be made to come in more over Bule? By the way, shouldn't he be made to come in more to play a little bit more? I don't know about.
I think you are right with that one. But I think it was just like a case of trial and error. For
what happened? Encourage him.
Yeah, but for him, I think generally for him to still be involved
with the team,
I think that's good enough for him. And I think that performance with that goal against Sunday, I think that's already sent a message to Mbule that, hey, look, anyone in that midfield at all, that okay, this is a kid right here
that's coming, that's rising,
involved. He's not going straight back, to the B side or to the young team. He is part of the team right now, and you should know he's only 20. I think he has a long way to go, and I think Ouadou is doing our best to be giving him the chances.
All right, now talking about Mamelodi and Cardoso, the complaint is that they are not scoring enough. And then against TS Galaxy, I expected more goals from Mamelodi Sundowns.
Absolutely, and Atosales got the decisive goal, but then like you said, they should be scoring more goals. Looking at the attack, they have the best attack in the league. I was talking about Mamelodi Sundowns. They were up against the best defense.
If Shalolili is there, and then
Shalolili always, very, very dependable. But then I think it's just maybe slowly but steadily. But I think if you ask some Sundowns fans deep inside, they will tell you that I think it's time that Cardoso leaves.
Yeah, they do. They do want him to leave. Now, after that result against Sekune, Siwelele, it looks like these guys, they are cooking. Siwelele is cooking.
Yeah.
And it's an away win. Against Stellenbosch, by the way, have been very bad. Considering coming from last season where they're higher ups of the table, top table. But now, Stellenbosch is looking at relegation like
it's just
5 and 6.
It's just steps away.
But for me, whichever way, good win for Siwelele, 2-0 away, of course, to Stellenbosch. All right.
I think Siwelele, they are beginning to give that, they are formerly SuperSport United. So they are giving that SuperSport United vibe, the SuperSport United we used to know, the likes of Dane Clay, he played for them. I think they are giving back that SuperSport United. Maybe someone just reminded them that, look, it used to be SuperSport United. Don't let anybody come and see you just because of the change of name.
So
please. But I think Siwelele, I think they are 10th now. with these wins. They and Kaizer Chiefs, who are still going to discuss, they are the only team so far this month that have won the two games. That have been played.
I love that.
And it's an away win for them. So I think
good one.
It's a good one.
I love the name Siwelele, by the way. It's for me, it feels like it's the most African name of all the teams.
Of course.
Siwelele.
Yes. When you hear the PSL, just say Siwelele.
Exactly. It just gives you that kind of good vibes. Okay, let's look a little bit down, of course. Polokwane 1-0. But Chippa United Magesi, it was goalless, and our man Stanley Mabali is looking relegation straight down in the face.
Yes, and I think they are beside each other at this point because they just can't get a win. And yes, it reminds me of Jomo Cosmos. It was some seasons ago where the team headed by Jomo Sono, they just can't get a win. And it's looking like Chippa United. I think they have to be realistic now. The Chippa United fans, I think it's time they go down and they go, reset and try to come back to the DStv Premiership maybe next 2 seasons, because right now they just can't negotiate.
Just can't negotiate a win.
It's not too bad, but then when other teams are coming to your home, I think this point for Magesi now, it looks like a very important point for them. Everybody knows that when they go to Chippa, that something will come out of it, but hopefully they can change that.
I don't like the way you said it. Okay, but we didn't see that here. But of course, let's mention that it was Orlando Pirates. It was a 4-1 win for Orlando Pirates.
Kaizer Chiefs. Chiefs, it was Kaizer Chiefs.
But yes, it was not there. But let's also mention that it was a 4-1 win for Kaizer Chiefs against Orbit College. Okay, and
it was a good performance, especially for one man, Umduduzi Shabalala. 2 goals and 2 assists, and he has propelled them to 3rd on the table, and a good one for Kaizer Chiefs too. I mean, I think they can rest and combine continental commitments, with he's looking at the title. He's looking like a title race quite all right. I mean, it's just 3 points. They are a game. That's talking about Kaizer Chiefs are just a game behind Mamelodi Sundowns, and a game up on Sundowns, and Pirates are two games up on Sundowns. And should they get a win, it's looking shaky. Looking at Orlando Pirates especially, they have 2 games. If they win their 2 games, of course, it's 28 points. They are on top. And Kaizer Chiefs, look at the goals difference, it's just 1. And maybe they get to win their next game, their game in hand, like a 2-0. Sundowns are looking at. So that's why I said earlier that, some Sundowns fans are already saying Cardoso is time
should leave. Sekune at one point, we're up there with that title race, but now it's been a gradual process of stepping down. Sekune is not to be trusted. I don't know what's happening there at the particular point with Sekune, but I would always love competition. I would always love everything not just so easy.
At the end of the day, let's just say when the big 3 are at the top of the table, let them be there.
Okay, all right. Then let's take of course Polokwane in 5th, Amazulu in 6th, Durban City, TX Galaxy, Golden Arrows, of course, 9th place, Siwelele, 10, Richards Bay, Marumo Gallant, Orbit College, Magesi. Of course, this is where number 4 we're talking about Stellenbosch. Of course, Stellenbosch I expected a little bit more than Chippa United, considering from last season they're a little bit better, mid-table team, better than that.
Even at that game, I think it was in the FTN's final up against Pirates. I mean, it shows that there's something about this team. But in the league so far, they've not been able to do so. And look at Chippa United, 7 points from a possible 36. Not good at all.
Not good at all. All right, well, the league is going to be on break. Of course, the international break. The league will resume on 22nd. We'll preview those games a little bit much later. But going good. Time to go on break. Take a look at what's happening. They are not playing anything. So it's not like they're playing. Maybe if a friend also, as in I'm talking about national team, as Nigeria that we really have. This is national break is serious for us. We got work to do.
There's a lot of work to do. And to think, Mike, that Nigeria's #1 goalkeeper is playing for a team facing relegation in the DStv Premiership. It is not looking good on the part of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But then Maduka Okoye is back. So
we might see something better from there.
We might see something better and different.
All right. Thank you for always supporting us. Please like, share, of course, and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.
Bye.